Hey, I just came out of an hour-long meditation, and my second hour for today, the first hour was when I woke up. I'm doing 100 days. This is day 27. But this is the first time I've ever actually meditated a second hour in the same day at a different time. And I love right now the spots in meditation. I was judging myself before about like falling asleep or dozing off, and now I actually see like how by not fighting those, I used to fight those, change my position so it wouldn't happen, etc. But I see now that's actually my body, my system knowing what needs to happen, and knowing that that's actually a reset. And I'm practically in tears because I got to see my consciousness. Really, it's just my mind catching up with my body, but my body got to show me my next step in what I would call my ministry. So I'm outing myself. I want to have a ministry, a way of like letting the inside out, a way of sharing that, of showing that that's possible, that that's real. I heard this quote recently. The worst thing is to die not letting your soul's music out. And I see how like I could have watched TV during this time. I could have watched a show. Now I've just been numbing it, not listening for the next thing. But I see the next thing. And I just broke out in tears while meditating. And for me, that next step, growing up, I loved Christian praise and worship music. Loved it so much. It's so beautiful. The passion that people would sing it, the heart, the expansion, just bring me to tears. And I've kind of put it on the shelf for a long time because I didn't know if that was actually the thing. I wasn't going in for the Christianity that I grew up with without looking at it myself. And so I see how like I want to reinterpret those songs, play them and show them, and then explain them from a current view, from a current perspective, with current consciousness. Like I believe that there have been some really great teachers. And I believe that even Jesus himself was taught some amazing, potent truths that were being discovered around this time and before. And that he came back to bring those trainings and those truths to a generation and a population where they were foreign. And it's just, and I feel like we as a culture, as a planet, are evolving our consciousness together. And there are light workers, and there are people that can bring out their soul. And that there was so much power in him revealing and doing this thing that it's tripled throughout the centuries. And now that kind of realism is available to each and every one of us. I've seen it in my other teachers and the people I admire in teachers, and just them letting their truth and their passion out. I believe we can have that, and I'm doing the work to find that myself. I've hidden it for so long. I've held back. For years I've had a glimpse, and I wouldn't just do the next step or the next thing I did see because I was scared. And thankfully, because of this journey I've been on the last 5 years, I may not be able to do the big thing I hear, but smaller things I hear I'll be able to do, and I'll say yes to the next thing and just let it open. And the thing that's giving me the power to actually do that right now is meditating and slowing down and listening to myself. I get a calmness. I get an okay that things are okay. I get an okay because I see myself and I'm not trying to pull for other people to see me. I get okay. I don't try to change other people or correct them or say they're wrong, because I trust myself more and I trust their process. As an example, here's an example. I went to an event this past weekend and I went in, it was an entrepreneurial shift event with Kyle Cease. And I went in thinking I had a tech project idea that I wanted to get some movement on. And I do, and that's beautiful. But during the event, I was confronted with the fact there was something deeper that wanted to be touched. And it was to let this love and this passion out in another way. And I'm grateful that I actually said yes during the event, and I shifted what my attention was on, and I brought it to this. And one of the invitations during lunch, Kyle was like, go make a move you cannot turn back from. And so for me, that was to actually create a meetup group for people that want to experience and be together and let the thing out and let their passion out and share their experience with that. And so I did that. That was this weekend. Today's Tuesday. I set the event for Tuesday night. I got everything ready and scheduled it for my place. Swept the floors, made things nice, pulled out a screen. We're going to do a video night and watch some teachers and discuss. And you know how many people showed up? Exactly the right number of people. Nobody this time. It was actually really encouraging. Somebody did actually sign up online in just 2 days, and it was like, I love this. This sounds amazing, in my hometown, which is outside of Dallas, and which was amazing in and of itself. But I was like, great, I can actually use the time to slow down and listen internally for the next thing, and just do that next thing. And that's what I'm doing. So this is my experiment in slowing down and listening and doing that next thing. All right, now to get to it. Thank you.